Hello, I'm here to introduce you to Defensible Position LLC's employee training modules. These modules are for the first time in history, are above and beyond anything that your organization has possibly found for training in regards to information security, privacy, prevention, and so forth. It's very, very unique training because one, we all understand now that to create a defensible position in regards to employee training must go well above and beyond policies, procedures, or taking a policy and having employees read it and signing off, saying, yes, we read this, we saw this. It has to go into the depths of their job functionality. But more important into the depths of the job functionality is all the information that's being shared, maybe through their department or through that specific job title. Maybe it's the information they're in the vicinity of. Let me give you a couple examples of what I mean. And this is important because you'll see about this and you'll read about this in the cases, in the rulings for these breaches. For instance, we had an organization that we were working with that had information that came through for traffic tickets. And the public safety folks would write traffic tickets on the campus, and needless to say, the students, even though they were all upset, had to go pay their traffic tickets. Well, the payment portion of the traffic ticket was outside of the public safety environment. Well, what made it really unique is the information that came over with the payment information was information that the payment people would never need for their job functionality. For instance, driver's license number. Sometimes it would have SOCH, depending upon if it was a foreign student or whatever it might be, passport information or something of that nature. So they were capturing and maintaining information that was not even relevant to their job function. All they were concerned about was accepting the payment for that particular traffic violation. And keep in mind, every organization in higher education has dozens, if not hundreds, of what we call cross-pollination of information. Well, remember, when a breach occurs, information is still information, plain and simple. It doesn't matter whether that job function was supposed to have it for the reasons of doing their job or not. The point is we have to protect it, period. So when we talk about going down into the depths of the job functionality, we need to look at all this cross-pollination as well of the information and include that in our employee training. We also need to include things that are relevant and are up to date. Maybe like, for instance, the target breach with a mechanical contractor. Now, you could train the mechanical contractor on, hey, you need to shut and lock the door and not let anybody in. But when somebody comes around and it looks like they have the appropriate credentials. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we've set foot on many of campuses, and this has happened time and time again, to where we would take the credentials of somebody else. Maybe they left it on their desk or wherever, and we would get those credentials. Maybe it was a lanyard or a badge or something. And now we look official as if we belong to that organization. We come across a mechanical contractor and say, hey, I don't have my keys. I know you're in the environment. That contractor says, well, wait a minute, I can't let you in. I've been trained not to. And you say, look, I'm with the college here. You can obviously see this. Are you going to create an issue for me? And that mechanical contractor feels the need to unlock that door now because they don't want to jeopardize the contract that they're in. So this stuff happens way above and beyond belief. Keep in mind that most information security breaches are not technology related. 2/3 of them have nothing to do with technology. They all deal with all these other environments. So the point being is that all of these things are relevant. Thieves' tactics, court cases, hearings, standards, all that stuff we're hearing about needs to be implemented in your trainings. And it's got to be more than once a year in order to create a true defensible position. And that's the purpose behind Defensible Position LLC's training modules. I think once you deep digger into these, you're really going to see the value and really appreciate and understand what these programs can do. Because not only is it a training program, it monitors, it tracks, it gives reports. It lets you know who, what, where, why, when, looked at what, and more importantly, not that they've just read it or reviewed it, but it takes their interpretation of what they read or viewed by these little tests and so forth, and gives you those results so you can see if something's lacking or if people need more help or whatever it might be. And just like for those of you that have outsourced shredding, for instance, when you outsource a shred vendor, what do? You get a certificate of destruction. The same type of thing happens here. You're getting third-party proof that's all tracked and monitored and all the great things behind it that can really help leverage you if a situation does happen at your organization. So the training is beyond the levels of anything that you've seen, and is just plain and simple phenomenal. So look deeper into it. Look forward to talking to you soon.